Hello, today's daily reading comes from the book of the Apocrypha. We are continuing our reading in the book of Enoch, chapter 5, and it reads as follows. Observe you how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. For what reason give you heed and know with regard to all his works and recognize how he that lives forever has made them so. And all his works go on like this from year to year forever. And all the tasks which they accomplish for him, and their tasks change not. But according as God has ordained, so is it done. And behold, how the sea and the rivers in like manner accomplish and change not their tasks from his commandments. But you have not been steadfast, nor done the commandments of the Lord, but you have turned away and spoken proud and hard words with your impure mouths against his greatness. O you hard hearted, you will find no peace. Therefore will you execrate your days, and the years of your life will perish, and the years of your destruction will be multiplied in eternal execration, and you will find no mercy. In those days you will make your names an eternal execration unto all the righteousness, and by you will all who care curse, and all the sinners and godless will imprecate by you, and for you, the godless, there will be a curve. And all the righteous will rejoice, and there will be forgiveness of sins, and every mercy and peace and forbearance. There will be salvation unto them, a godly light. And for all of you sinners, there will be no salvation, but on you all will abide a curse. But for the elect, there will be light and joy and peace, and they will inherit the earth. And then there will be bestowed upon the elect wisdom, and they will all live and never again sin, either through ungodliness or through pride. But they who are wise will be humble, and they will not again transgress, nor will they sin all the days of their life, nor will they die the divine anger or wrath. But they will complete the number of the days of their life, and their lives will be increased in peace. And the years of their joy will be multiplied in eternal gladness and peace all the days of their life. Chapter 6. And it came to pass when the children of men had multiplied that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters, and the angel, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Samaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear you will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone will have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swore they all together and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were in all 200, who descended in the days of Jared of the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And these are the names of their leaders: Samalaz, their leader; Erachbah; Ramel, Kokablel; Tamlel, Ramlel; Danel, Ezekiel; Bacharis; Azel, Amaros; Badarel, Ananel, Zakiel; Zamaspil, Satarel, Terel, Jamajel, Zariel. These are their chiefs of 10. Chapter 7. And all the others together with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for themselves one, and they began to go in unto them and to defile themselves with them, and they taught them charms and enchantments, and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with plants, and they became pregnant, and they bare great giants, whose height was 3,000 ells, who consumed all the acquisitions of men. And when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind, and they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. Chapter 8. And Azel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of anatomy, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinctures. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and some corrupted their lives. Samajaza taught enchantments and root cuttings. Amaras the resolving of enchantments. Blackarajah taught astrology. Cockabel, the constellations, Ezekiel, the knowledge of the clouds, Erikiel, the signs of the earth, Shemaziel, the signs of the sun, and Sariel, the course of the moon. And as men perished, they cried, and their cry went up to heaven. Amen.